any explanation for you why another game with a slow start, another game where you guys lost more battles for the puck than you know?
I think that fatigue seemed to play a part tonight more so than I would say in last night's performance. I thought we started poor because of mental issues. We gave up in last night's game. We gave up a lot of scoring chances early in the game, and then we didn't give hardly anything up in the second and third. So we thought that was a building point to come into tonight, and then we started flat. We just didn't have any energy to get involved, and they won more puck battles than we did. All the 50-50 pucks that were available to us, I would say that they won the majority of them, and specifically in the first two periods. It starts on face-offs, and it started in the face-off scrums, and controlling the puck down low. They have a pretty simple game plan. Anytime they enter the zone, they throw the puck down low, and they try to beat you off the wall, cycle a puck, and we didn't do a very good job of containing that until, and maybe in the third period we did a little bit better job of it. They probably sat back, but we didn't have enough of a compete level in the critical areas for the 50-50 pucks.
Randy outshot the opposition tonight. Were the quality of the shots to your liking?
Well, I think it was more one and out. I don't think we had a lot of second opportunities where we drove the middle lane, shot a puck, got a rebound, and got another whack at it or another whack at it. It seemed like we got shots, but was one and out, one chance, and then they were recovering the puck and going the other way on us. And, I think we were guilty of trying to be too cute, too many curls and drags versus putting our head down and driving the puck towards the net and maybe scoring an ugly goal. I classified our game as we tried to play shinny against an NHL hockey club tonight.
Jake's ice time in the second period, was that a problem?
I just thought that he struggled. He struggled with the puck on the one goal. We had a clear-cut possession of the puck, won a face-off, goes back to him. They end up with a breakaway out of it. It's pretty hard to defend when a player in that position, and I told him so. That we can't. You got to expect to have a higher level of execution than that in that situation. And I thought that in the game he was struggled with the puck. He made a couple reverses where he didn't pull the puck to him. He just threw the puck away, and that's again as a young player making young mistakes. And right now those are compiling to us receiving the game too often. And I wouldn't say he's the only guy that made them, but just saying that was my read on that situation.
One of the players, Lupul and Holland together, but that could mean Clarkson gets bumped a little bit too.
Yeah, again, that's a tricky thing. What we tried to do is we tried to spread a little bit more offense with moving Raymond down, and it probably wasn't fair to him to move him. Everybody would have called the fourth line with Trevor Smith and Bodie, but I thought that would be an opportunity for them to play against lesser players and some skill, some speed out there, but that didn't work for us. So I put Holland and Mason Raymond and Lupul back together, and they got us a goal.
One of your players called the performance tonight embarrassing. What are your thoughts on what you saw?
Well, I think I echo those remarks as something that we cannot be proud of our performance tonight.
How do you account for the low compete level?
I think that in tonight's game, the low compete level was one where it was a culmination of being worn down and pressure that gets to you in certain situations. Tonight was our 5th game in 7 nights, and we did not win enough battles along the wall, or did not compete to win enough battles along the wall, thus forced us to receive the game.
You've made a point with us and presumably inside the room of trying to stay positive in a downswing like this.
Well, I wasn't positive tonight. It's hard to be positive because there's a frustration level that goes with when you don't have success and when your team plays the way it played tonight. The coaching staff is frustrated. The players are frustrated. I'm sure management is frustrated. I'm sure our fans are frustrated.
Sure, an update on Smith?
He's got a broken bone in his hand.
I feel like you left 3 or 4 points on the table for the last 2 nights.
I felt last night more so because I thought we did a lot of things. If we have a start and we have, play as well as we did in the second half of the game, the second and third period, there are points available to us. You score off a bad clear, and again, you can look at last night's defensive zone face-off. It come off an icing. We ice the puck, and it's in our net. And I think one of those situations happened again tonight, where a face-off off an icing turned into a goal for the opposition, and those are things that that we try to correct, and we have to correct. When you continually ice the puck 7 or 8 times in a hockey game, you're not obviously executing to a level where you can be creating offense in the other zone, because you're always going back off an icing call.
Is this your first crisis point in the time you've been here coaching?
Yeah, I get crises every day. I think that's what this market brings. I think that any time you're not having success, it comes hand in hand here. And I think it's, as I stated before, when you're in these situations, I look at ourselves as a coaching staff to provide leadership, to stand up and take the brunt of what goes directed towards them. But then in their situation, I look at them to look themselves in the mirror and be accountable to one another.
What does market have to do with tonight?
Pardon?
What does market have to do with
Market.
You
No, you said what you asked me about, the crisis point, and I said, well, I said that in this market there's always crisis points. That's why you management of them, depending on what you determine what's a crisis.
So irrespective of the market, are you at a crisis point now?
Well, I'd say that we're not happy with our performance. And is it a crisis? It's a crisis that we haven't won enough games. That's what way I would deem it.